Okay, for those who are logging in tonight, thank you very much for coming. We are still exploring Ireland within the Assassin's Creed Valhalla. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do a big series on these and get Ireland banged out of the way. It gets me some decent power so I can attack the more difficult areas in Francia as well as England. And while I'm just sorting things out, I'm going to pet the little kitty. Because who doesn't like a kitty? Okay. Oh, here we go. And yes, what I'm doing is I'm tagging Ubisoft in on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, persistently, because I'm playing their game.
What?
Okie dokie doogles. Right, okay, so there's two of you tonight. Thank you very much for coming. I do apologize about being a bit delayed behind things. Unfortunately, I am really bad at multitasking sometimes, and talking and setting things up on streams is unfortunately not my forte. Again, I'm just putting something in the live chat on this, so I'm not sure who you are. Please introduce yourself if you want to. If not, not a problem at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing some more in Ireland tonight. I'm obviously not going to be doing a great deal more, because, well, there's a lot to do in Ireland. It's by far one of the utter best, what do you call it, expansions or DCL, downloadable contents, DCs. I don't know, you can correct me in the live chat, I really can't remember what they're called. Let's go track this one, Meath. So, if you're not familiar, we need to obviously recover that on the royal jewellery, but to get the King's Plea, to double the reward, we remain undetected, and that's always fun. So, just while that's loading, give me 2 seconds here, guys. I just need to readjust my... Okay, that should be a bit better. Sorry, I finally figured out how to get mic feedback on my headset, which is a wonderful Turtle Beach headset. I'm on the Xbox Series X using Microsoft's extremely good Elite Series 2 controller with a Turtle Beach headset. A nice, cheap and cheerful one. Really good, actually. Very comfortable on the head, and since I figured out how to turn mic monitoring on, it's gone up in my estimation. Now there's a couple of perks you may notice that I've got here. Now, I'll go into this here in a minute. In fact, I'll show you now. So, in the skills, I'm at power 82. This is all I've done on the main trees. I have done this all the way through once. Recently replayed Assassin's Creed Odyssey on New Games Plus, and after a 3-day temper tantrum from myself, I decided, you know what, stuff it. I'm going to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla from start to finish. You can't do it on New Game Plus, so you start right at the bottom, and a few of the things I've got is Raven's loot. That is utterly invaluable. Shoot it, the Raven gets it. And the other one I've got, I'm wondering if it's up in this. You actually reclaim some health. Let's have a look. It's here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Idunan's Heart. Now, what happens is you take damage, it rebuilds a certain amount of it. The other one that I do have on there is... Nope. Where is it? The Fearless Sleep. That actually helps absorb quite a lot of energy, and this one really, really helpful because you start with adrenaline. Even if you don't have any, you get an instant 1 bar boost, which is quite interesting because at the minute I have 2, and that's it. So hopefully, if I get in a fight again, which I'm gonna actually try and avoid, hopefully then I will be able to fill that one. But I doubt it because there's already one full. I'm not entirely sure on the mechanics of it works. So we're gonna get all the way over there. Now this is a bit of a pain to do, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna come around here and we're gonna go seaside, because that is just gonna be far more effective. Now, as you can probably see, there we go, our Raven's there. Now this is where we have to make sure we're not seen. Now, there we go. I believe that is the individual that has the jewels that we
must
need.
Be careful now.
So, we've got Raven loot on. We need to stay undetected. So, best thing we're going to do, we're going to climb up on a roof. Well, we don't have anything because I don't want you climbing in there.
Now, together.
Now. Hopefully. Hopefully I won't have fluffed that one up. I might have though, because, well, let's face it, I got detected. And if not, I'll just skip back a few minutes. Which, because of the power of... the power of save files, is always fun. I'm waiting to become anonymous. Now, if anyone's having issues hearing me, I do apologize. It is relatively late where I am, and my wife's in bed. Now, we do have a fairly decent soundproof room in the back. We actually have probably the best flat in the building. Uh-oh. Yeah, let's, get the hell out of Dodge, shall we? Let's get wet. It's raining anyways. Remained undetected, and we complete completed.
World-renowned rogues.
And there we go. That is that done. Took a bit longer than I wanted because, well, I nearly got caught. Now we need to go up to here. On the way we do have some supplies, so we're going to stop by here and we're going to build up our trading post. Now the trading posts are really, really helpful. Because you need the supplies that they make in order to actually progress in Dublin. Also, long term, they actually provide a great long stay and supplies for the future, whether it's either silver or runes or anything else like that. Workman's Cottage, very important little thing for them. Now, I did want to do that one because it's only 70, but it's fine. Workmen need a place to sleep. And we don't shoot any of the oil drums, otherwise they tend to get a wee bit upset with you. Really quick, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here and unload my trunk. If anyone's got any tips, advice, or requests on what I do, feel free to pop that down in the chat. I don't mind being mocked. In fact, most of my best friends predicate the relationships between us on how much we can roast each other. I had a very good friend of mine, Dylan. He's a goofball. You look at him and you think, oh, he's a big lad, but he's a big teddy bear, really. But I only get worried if he isn't insulting me, because, you know, that's just the relationship we have. He's a good guy. Actually, most of my best friends are like that. Now, you see, this one you have to keep coming back to, because you only have a limited amount of space in it. 240 and 200 on the books. Okie dokie. Yeah, she's a regular. So there's... that one's done. Basically all I'm doing is offloading all of these. The more you can do, the better. And as you can see, I've done all of those, so come out and literally just go back into it. I actually managed to get myself some extra XP there, so that's always good. So that was done. Now to reset it, if I remember correctly. Oh, yeah, we've got an upgrade here. Sorry about this. Enjoy the view. So, anybody who's not actually played this before and you're starting to get the feel for the mechanics and that, and you've made it this far, Dublin is essentially the same as Raven's Thorpe. It works exactly the same, except you don't have to build the buildings, you just build the roof now, and you do that through trade and trading posts. Now, see, I'm wondering if she's going to be an Assassin's Creed Mirage as a younger individual. New contracts, new riches. So we'll get rid of them. And let's see. Do that one. Can't do that one, that one. Now the annoying thing is you can't offload all of them all at the same time, unfortunately. Alright, okay, that's that done and dusted. I continuously forget to do this, especially on the last one. Last time I played this through, I forgot, and every time I went to it, it's like, oh, it's full. And why is it full? Because I hadn't done it. Very simply put. Right, let's get the quests. One thing you'll notice about me is I have a thing about notifications, so anytime I have notifications, I have to go through and actually get them, you know, noticed. Alright, and what I'm doing this time around, I'm going to fill these, I've already said this once, but just for anyone who's just dropping in, I'm filling the outermost skill points on these, because they are far more valuable than some of the others on the inside. Yes, the others do provide things like extra health, extra adrenaline, but it doesn't have Raven's loot in the middle. That, if you're just starting out on this game and you've got a skill point, you're gonna notice that first of all. Then when you get to England, you're gonna notice a bunch of them open up. Raven's loot, utterly invaluable. I'll show you that working in progress here in a few minutes. Because I'm traveling over here, I'm gonna drop in here, and then I'm gonna shoot something and show you the actual Raven looting for me. I do apologize, I'm fumbling over words. Oddly enough, my wife can't get me to shut up, and yet I find myself rather speechless on these streams, which is just peculiar, I guess. I am over on Twitter, formerly X. I am also on Instagram, same user tag, Septic Tank UK. Anyone who's wondering how I got that, it's an interesting story, which I won't regale you with unless you want to know, because my wife found it insanely boring. It's from my old military days in the Royal Navy. The horsey. Okay. Now, we're gonna run up here. Actually, look at this. We got a nice little thing. Nope. No baddies there. Sorry, horse. Oddly enough, there aren't many now in Ireland. You gotta be careful. These,
It's affecting
yeah,
me.
the fog. Right, as I said. Right. The fog is utterly deadly. That's one. Two. Oh. Yeah, these druids don't play. Okay, that died, and here's Sunan. and looted.
Not breathing, are you?
Should I hijack him? Nah. And watch Soonin go. That's why I did that. Let's have a look and see. Now, if you're in Ireland and you notice those foggy patches, unless you are prepared to go in for a fight, I would highly recommend avoiding them like the bubonic plague. Actually, avoid them like you'd avoid COVID. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not, but it is what it is. Now, this king has by far the best name, King Flaum. Just a bit disappointed that he's not as jiggly as actual Flaum. Okay, that was an interesting dismount.
At the ready. We march soon.
How we doing? Now, the other reason I'm actually doing Ireland relatively early in my gameplay is because one of the most powerful weapons in the game, it's a staff, is actually in Ireland. Now, there's a bit you have to do it. It's a druid quest. And once you get that, it is insane. Yep. Forgot about those. So used to playing Odyssey because I just replayed that and it doesn't jump into 8 bales. Hi, horse. Good horse. Oop. Alright, let's go Vikinger. Now, getting there, I am going to stop in a few places. One of the things you'll probably note about me is I try to make sure I always have my viewpoints all done as soon as I can find them, purely just to make life a bit easier. Plus, you get them, you get XP, you get ability points. Horse. Ooh, rainbow. I like the rainbows.
Sure.
Now, if you're starting out and you haven't quite gotten that far, after a certain point, really early on in the Ireland campaign, you will get the trading points. Now, the trade points you have to win over. They're kind of like doing a raid. Because some of them... Uh-oh. Yeah, that's the one I thought it was. They all have enemies in them. Now, most of them have bandits. This one, very clearly, not so many bandits. More, big pigging wolves. And Raven loot. Now I'm hoping, if that wolf returns, he will, encounter a minor problem of that exploding arrow trap I just laid. I'm hoping. Okay, so you need the deeds to take these over. This deed is over here. So we're gonna go get that, and hopefully in the meantime, any wolves will decisively stay out. That slide and aim, by the way, is one of the external or outermost abilities. Okay. One thing I utterly love about these kind of games, third-person role-playing, is the extraordinarily lengths that companies like Ubisoft have gone to make them true open-world games. It's just astonishing. Yeah, there it is. And as you can see, now no doubt there are oil drums, which, if I'm correct, were actually in there.
That's odd.
I'd agree it was odd if it was.
Best stay awake.
Whee! Slide and sploosh. That is a big chunk of hay. Oh, I didn't want to do that.
Could hide a lot.
There we go. One of the other perks that you can actually unlock in the skill point is to, rather than using a ration to obtain health, you can actually fill an adrenaline slot per ration. It's something that I've discovered happens far more regularly than you think, even though it is really useful. Now, let's see, any wolves. Let's see if we can pick that up. Oh, look at that puppy. No, who's a good puppy dog? Who's a good puppy? Sorry, I'm a sucker for animals. No, look, he wants more cuddles. Good doggy. Right, okay. Right, okay. What's that? That's Workman's Cottage. We're gonna do this one first. just ignore the pup. Good puppy. Right, okay. As I actually think... No, I don't. I'm 5 short. Alright, never mind. But as you can see, that's actually opened up another... that's the other thing in Ireland. The trading posts are themselves quick travels, fast travels even. So once you've got the deed and you've claimed it, you can fast travel there. We're going to go up to here, then we're going to go and deal with that. Haven't gotten up to here yet, but the recommended power level is 94, and I'm at 84. Impressively low for this this time around. It's the first time I played this around. The Ireland DLC wasn't actually available.
Yeah.
One of the things I do miss about Odyssey playing this is the Phobos skin that is the Pegasus unicorn, which effectively means your horse and you can fall all the way down and take utterly no damage. I mean, when you get to a certain point in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you don't take any damage on falls anyways, but that is purely because you get there through the point system, which, you know, that's all gravy. But if you fall on your horse down a cliff, your horse still dies, which can be irritating when you have to run around trying to get far enough away from Phobos for it to regen. They're all bad guys. Come on, up we go. Why not climb up a waterfall? I mean, he's the one who said Vikings smell, so, you know, let's give him a good bath. Good old shower. Love to see hands up on anyone who would actually take a shower in a waterfall like this. Willingly, of course, not unwillingly. Oh, okay. This one's interesting. Alright, I'm gonna come back down there in a minute. So behind this waterfall, there's a key. A very alive person. Not. And some loot. Again, I know he's a computer-generated, you know, simulation, but cleanliness is next to godliness. One thing I'm really excited for, and I haven't really dipped into it at all since it came out, but Meta Quest 3. I watched a big announcement for it yesterday, and they're actually coming out with Assassin's Creed Nexus, which is, if I remember correctly, it is Altair and Ezio. And I can't remember the other one, but they're first-person players of those games, but in VR. So you're literally playing as those characters. Now, I'm not one for first persons at all. I'll take a quick way down. However, the Assassin's Creed Odyssey Nexus that they've come out with, I might just have to pony up and give in to, because that looks amazing. I just hope it actually is amazing. There are so many things that could go wrong with it. Yeah. Well, that's peculiar. One thing I find is if you're at night, it makes everything a little bit easier to find. Now, this is where we're going. Now, the reason I'm doing this, I will be switching into night here in a minute. Purely because it's easier to sneak in at night, because, of course, Ubisoft have done an amazing job on the AIs and NPCs. Probably the wrong word, calling them NPCs. In making the time of day matter. Which, like you can see here, those bad guys in there.
Stop the gods.
Now we're looking for the scout for Flan. Unfortunately, she probably won't have any Flan with her, and she probably won't be very jiggly either. Hoping I'm not the only one who gets that reference. It might just be a me thing, but hey ho.
Best not to draw attention here.
My mum and my wife like to say it's a David thing, getting in trouble. There's the scout. It is just easier. At night. Okay. Now, my biggest pet peeve, aside from the New Game Plus, and yes, if anyone from Ubisoft is still actually watching this, because I tag them anytime I go live, I am still irritated about the lack of New Game Plus. The other thing I'm getting used to, I think I've played, let's have a look. This is my first game. 238 plus hours. And however much I'm playing on at the minute. And I'm still salty about this, but Raven's Sight and actually being able to tag every single enemy. That's a front gate. I think that's gonna be my way in. Now, the only reason I'm going down is because the wonderful scout there said they'd reinforce the walls below. So I'm assuming there will be an entrance somewhere down here. I'm assuming. More than likely very wrong on this. That's my way in. Yep, that's the gate. Yeah, okay. I'm going about this the right way. That's good. Now, you'll probably notice that I switch between daytime and nighttime like I'm changing socks. Which, you know, that's fine. I certainly don't mind doing it. The reason I do that, though, is I prefer to do attacks and whatnot at night. Which I find just makes everything that little bit easier. Dum dum dum. Okay, now we're getting up and What I'm going to do, as soon as I'm up and I know exactly where I'm at, I am going to be going on ahead and going back to
I should not be
nighttime,
seen in this
because
area.
that will be the easiest way. Okay, now I'm close enough. Let's drop down here. Because what I like to do is start at the start of night, which gives me the most darkness as possible, which I found that the nighttime is long enough to do most things. There's a few times I've run out. Excuse me. Weird hiccup there. There's a few times I've run out of time and it's gone daytime, but by that point it's already nighttime. Uh-oh. Ah. Piercing shot. I don't know why I put a smoke shot there. The smoke shot does actually come extraordinarily useful later on in the game. Sugar.
Now to open the gate for Flan and his army.
Not what I wanted to do. Eh.
Yellow dog!
Bye-bye. Yes, it is. Glad you volunteered. Definitely not the job I wanted. Oh, let's go ahead and kick up my power level here. Which one was I doing? Yes. Sorry. That was just amusing. Perhaps shouldn't have been so amusing, but that was a good shot. Interesting. Ah, here it is. Okie dokie.
Interesting.
I count on you, cousin! I've got your... Found it! Advance! At your side! King! God damn! Whoop! Eivor! Head me up in this! Take your life! Take life! Die! Watch your flank! Press on, Eivor! Press on! I'll finish you! Out of options, dog! You die now! Follow my lead! Thanks. God is with me! Thanks. Time to die! eyes blazing like hell.
I saw it. I did. I saw it happen.
I'd nothing but a stick.
Oh,
I held it crosswise and I best.
oh, maybe.
Ooh. By a shade in Brigabunch.
That's why I'm stuck in this fort. I can, and I will, but not until Flan rules over Ireland.
Oh, that's an interesting place to find yourself waking up.
A beautiful morning. Ah, Barith asked me to return to him last night. I should apologize.
Oh, dear Lord, let me die.
Eivor, please, we need...
Here we go. Now, for anyone still watching or getting to this point, who we're about to go and see is going to give us a quest for the undoubtedly the best staff weapon I've come across in Assassin's Creed.
Poor Barith. I'm disappointed that Flann even considered the accusation true.
The poisoning had two goals. Disable our army and put the blame on Barith.
But who is behind it?
The soldiers cough blood. It must be the poison, used by a druid cult, the children of Danu.
Who are they?
When the Christians came with sword and fire, some few druids banded together. Eventually, they vowed to destroy the Christians. They turned to mayhem and murder. Many disguise themselves and live among the villagers.
What of Deirdre and druids like her?
True druids oppose the Danu, but they are scattered and disorganized. That is why I am so determined to help Flann to the throne as High King of Ireland. He will stamp out the children of Danu, leaving true druids to carry on.
Tell me more about your friend.
Deirdre is a druid I have known for years. We learned together.
You were once a druid.
I was. There are many pagans and druids isolated in forests through all Ireland. This way, across the river.
This land is unsettling.
I'm unsure of the way. Follow the stone path as best you can.
Be my eyes, Sunan. Kira!
Wolves! Filthy pig! You see what Connacht's like? A wild place. It's where I'm from. This way. All right. Deirdre's hut. Eivor, she is a druid, so a bit...
Eccentric.
Yes, that's it. Eccentric.
What do I know of this child of Danu?
Septimo di Luculo